Welcome back to Omnifactory, and I've been crafting some stuff. So we're back into getting a basic compressor and a basic wire mill. They both needed a couple of things that were in our quest log, and we also unlocked early game just by getting to that point. They just needed LV motors and LV pistons. Because that was a lot of crafting, I decided to just leave that out. But it didn't require terribly much that we didn't already craft before. So yeah, similar kind of stuff that we've already created. However, just to briefly explain, the two basic compressor, basic wire mills let us get, well, more efficient. So if we just want to say, let's get some copper plates going, we can put it in the compressor. That will compress up 1 to 1 rather than 2 to 1, which is much better. And then if we want wire, we can do two things. We can put a copper ingot in there, and that will convert into 2 copper wire, I think. Yep, well, it's one times copper wire, but it is 2 of them. Okay, but we can also put that through again. And if you put it through again, you'll get into fine copper wire, and that can be used in substitution for the regular copper wire in various recipes. So if we have a look in electric piston, for instance, electric motors, you can see there is the normal copper wire, but you can also substitute fine copper wire. And fine copper wire, oop, it's run out of power, and that's something else I need to come on to very, very shortly. Let's just put a couple in. You'll see that this buffer is full. Without batteries in here, it seems that it will only transmit power out when it's actually burning fuel, even though it has a buffer. And of course, this CEF then converts it over, and we get 1 wire turning into 4 wire. So it is pretty good. So 1 ingot turns into 2 of these, and then into 8 of these. So yeah, much more efficient than we were managing previously. That does need, however, us to go and look at getting some batteries. Let's just improve that CEF quite a little bit and get that going. So we're going to get the quests looked at before we get to that point, because that's going to give us some Omni coins, and maybe we should use that to purchase some stuff. So let's just claim all of those. Cool. And the compressor. Yep, that's pretty much everything. And it leads to a few other things. LV robot arm, okay. Compacting drawers, very nice. And then into pumps and fluid solidifiers. Alloy smelters, of course, probably one of the next ones that I do want. Yeah. Okay, so before we get onto that, why don't we have a look at the early game tab. In here, you'll see an LV cluster mill that leads into capacitors. And of course, this thing will already massively extend outwards into lots of other things, including a centrifuge and canning machines and soldering alloy and bits and pieces. So we're going to have to get out into that as well. Right, batteries. Let's look at batteries first, because that is one of the quests, or was one of the quests, to actually make power storage. And then we should be able to combine those. And have I got them in my inventory, or I put them away somewhere? Probably put them away. Let's just look at a lithium battery. Lithium, because that's the best type of battery. Small lithium battery, medium, and large. So let's go for the small. So that just needs a small battery hull, which I've already made 4 of, which is good, and some lithium dust. The lithium dust, it looks like we can just grind it up with a mortar of some kind, and I've got a mortar in my inventory. So we've got some lithium in here. Remember, I found some. If you haven't found some, you can actually just buy it with Omni coins. And we actually need 8 of it, don't we? Because we need 2 lithium dust per. So let's just get another 4 and put those in. Okay, so that's 8 lithium dust. And now I just need to find out where I put the power storage. And of course, they were in the same chest as the lithium dust. So that will not take very long at all, if that's the case. And there we go. So reusable and 100,000 EU each. So let's just pop downstairs. And let's see if this will actually output. So this has stopped burning out. It's got an output of 40,000 RF, and we can put all of those in. And it is correctly feeding. Now there's batteries here. And these will then retain that charge until things move across and are needed. So very, very nice for a very early game setup. So yeah, compressors and wire mills. Now, I don't want to keep doubling ores by hammering them. For one, I keep worrying about these hammers, and I also want it to be more predictable than sort of random. You know, sometimes for the nugget recipes, you get between 3 and 9 stuff. Sometimes for the normal ores, you get between 1 and 2. We want things to be much, much more predictable. So we can make a macerator. Okay, so that requires a few things. We should be able to make all of these things, but to get started, we're going to need a bit of an upgrade. I think we're going to upgrade this silver furnace to a gold one. Now, I think that's worthwhile doing, at least one of them, and we'll get that quest unlocked as well. And have these buttons always been here? The regular crafting grids? I know it's a mod that's doing it, but yeah, I'm just not used to it because I'm used to crafting using these now. Anyway, that should give us a gold furnace. Yep, furnace V5. Okay, and we're just going to convert a bunch of iron into wrought iron for that. That quest unlocks the top here. I have gone and purchased some more gold with Omni coins. It is very much worth it for gold versus other things. So yes, because once you at least get your initial batch, go and cook it up, double it if you can, and go obviously into your coin shop. You're going to get the gold from here. Once you get enough of it, it'll come into the end game quest where you'll get this, so element gold, and then you can claim back 25 Omni coins. That's half the cost of the gold. So you can claim that back, and I did the same thing for iron. So I've got 50 Omni coins, so I could go and purchase another batch of gold from Yeo Coin Shop. Once this actually, well, you know, it'll let me do it now. So yeah, I could go and convert that over into gold easily enough. We haven't got any of the other elements, or not enough of them just yet, but that will do. And we'll start putting the Omni coins off into storage drawers fairly soon, I think. So let's just dump this stuff back for now. I'm going to want a bunch of copper, and normally I would double it, but again, right now I'm just going to go with singles because we've got more efficient downstairs. We will get to predictable doubling. I'm just sick of actually hammering the ores. So let me just go and get this this macerator going. We're going to need a wrought iron buzzsaw blade, but for that we need a lot of plates, and so I'm going to convert over all of these into plates. Before we'd only get 10 plates from this, now we get 20. So we'll happily use up all, well, I'll say all this energy. I should go and get some more burnables to feed that, which means going outside. And it's nighttime. Yeah, let's go and get some more trees. So I've now set up 2 work tables to work as efficiently as I can. So we're actually going to get this work table purely for making motors and nothing else, electric motors. This one for making pistons, and it needs a motor from that one to actually make the piston up. So we are going to make at least one motor here. I think I've got most of the stuff I need. Let's just pop that in there. And I need to just borrow some of those rubber sheets. I need to probably make a lot more of them. They're quite easy to make, so it's not like I could probably, we actually have spare slots in both of these, so I can actually make sure that's actually stored in here. Anyway, tin cable. So we'll just get 4 of those made up, and then we should just be able to make an electric motor. Yeah, and we also have made electric piston. So very similar recipes. This one just requires a wrought iron gear, which is one of the more expensive ones, but both of the work tables has the recipe in that this is 8 iron basically. It used to be more. It used to be 12 iron, I think. Yeah, it used to be 12 iron, but it's now 8 because of the efficiencies. So we got both of those, and that means we should lead to a macerator. We got the piston, the motor, and a wrought iron. Oh no, hang on, that's a buzzsaw blade. That needs to be a slightly different recipe than an iron gear. So let me just put this iron gear back here. And we need to get the various different bits and pieces. Yeah, this, I'm not sure that actually deserves a recipe as such, or rather a work table, because it's more likely that we actually need the subcomponents, but not necessarily all of this, because we're not going to make many of these, so we don't have to worry about it. However, we should have one for the machine hulls. So let's set that one up. Machine hulls. So we need machine casings times 8, 3 on here. That's 11, and then tin cables and everything else. So I'm going to store the tin cable recipe in here. That's much is for certain. And we need a few more tin. And let me actually just get some of that that rubber sheet made up, because yeah, we just have a lot of sticky resin available. You just need a hammer to make it. It's probably in one of these already. And where's my hammer? Why am I missing a hammer again? I don't think I've used it. There's one. Let's borrow that for now. And we need to probably upgrade from wrought iron to a new material, but we'll do that soon. There we go. So 64 rubber sheets, plenty for now. And then we can convert tin cable over from tin wire. Put that in there, and let's just put 2 of these down for now. So tin cable is one of them, and if we're going to make the rest, then we should have this recipe. So the machine casing, that needs a wrench, but we can just use a iron wrench in there, and then the rest is just plates. So I've got 4 here. I'm going to put 4 more in. In fact, let's just put all 12. I'm probably going to need them at some point very, very shortly, so we'll have those done. So yes, we have the machine hull next. That should be all the things it needs once we have these plates out of here. 2 and 2 more. We are going to need 2 circuits, so I'm going to have to go and make those upstairs. So why don't I bring you forward once I've actually got those done. So if we get here, we can smelt up our red alloy. Remember, it's quite expensive because it's 4 redstone and 1 copper, and copper is in dust form. However, with that done, whoops, we can actually just put it straight into the wire machine, I think, and then we'll get red alloy wire out of it, 2 to 1, which again is better than we had before. And the 2 to 1 we can then go and make into circuits. So I'm just going to take 3 batches of this, and the 3rd batch is coming along nicely. There we go. And do we need some of you? I probably do. And let's go and make this up. So the circuits, you can also substitute the fine copper wire for the normal one. I haven't bothered so far, but that is certainly something you can do. And you see this, well, you can lock all of these, but I'm not going to bother locking this one, but we're not going to be using this wrought iron wire cutters. I hate this recipe. It takes so much effort to actually get it done. So instead, we're just going to make red alloy cable like this. And let's actually take some of that back. I had some spare. So we need for 6 of you, and then the circuit recipe itself. So that is you. Okay, and that can be made into 2 circuits. So we've got 2 circuits available. And now the only thing that they need for the macerator is going to be that wrought iron. Well, I need a couple more tin cables, but the wrought iron buzzsaw blade. And that's the really weird one with lots of different annoying tools. Let me just take all those wire cutters back because we can use those. Is there anything else that we can actually use? There's another hammer. I'll just go and use that. Anything in here? No. Okay, that's fine. What other tools do we actually need for that? Hammer, wire cutters, file, and wrench. I think we've got all of those downstairs. So the wrench should be in one of these. There it is. Do I actually want to put this in here? Yeah, let's put it in here. It doesn't really much matter where this goes, but let's put the tools in. We need, where's the other tools? Got 3 of them. Is it a file? Yeah, wrought iron file. And I think I'm just going to make another one in here for that. So let's just make the file. Buzzsaw blade file is just 2 plates and a stick. Okay, 2 plates. Do I have two wrought iron plates? I've got 3 there. That'll do. 2 plates and a stick. Now, I have got this file recipe repeated in a bunch of them. Here it is. There's a screwdriver recipe. Here's a file recipe. Just means you don't have to change work table once you've set them up once. And of course, you can lock all of these in so they don't get overwritten randomly. And I'm going to do that for all of these for the moment. None of these need replacing with other recipes. And there we go. So we can just craft the buzzsaw blade, hopefully. We're going to need 3 more wrought iron plates, but we'll convert those over. I think that's everything. At that point, we've got to put the machines together, so I'm just going to use a regular crafting table for that. Grab one of those, and we'll put that in front here, I think. So let's put it down, pop in a regular crafting table. And are you ready to get everything done now? So let's put you in, and wrought iron blade. And we have all the ingredients for a macerator. We do. Macerator can go here for now. And now this thing should grind things up and double it by default. So if we just go upstairs and grab some ores that will double quite nicely, and I don't need to worry about hammers anymore. Copper. Copper's a good one. We always need more copper. Let's pop you into a macerator. And you should start slowly hammering over. Wow, that is slow. So it is something you don't want to do on demand. You want to do in the background. Fine, but we should get the same stuff out of that we were getting when we were hammering. So that's shortly going to be complete, and we should end it with some crushed ore that we can then reprocess. There are probably some other things we should purchase in here with our coins, but that's good enough for now. Because we've gone up to furnace 5.0, the next tier is diamond furnaces, but I really don't have enough diamonds. We could actually purchase diamond ore. How much is diamond ore? 32 diamond ore for 50 Omni coins, and we actually have enough around. I think I'm going to actually do that. Yeah, let's get better furnaces. So we're going to sacrifice some diamonds by doing it. Where's my Omni coins? But I don't much mind. Let's get 50 of those. Okay, and let's go and purchase those diamonds. Okay, and what's the best way of using these up to get diamonds? Just smelting? Pulverization, we don't, well, no, that's just macerator. So we could do that. So we get crushed diamond ore out of it. And what could we do with crushed diamond ore? We could pulverize it again, or we could hammer it. We don't have our ore washer yet. We could of course put it in a furnace. But we'd have to put it through a centrifuge to actually get other stuff. And yeah, we don't have that yet. So we're going to do the simple approach and waste a whole bunch of extra potential there and just get it into... we can actually smelt this redstone ore up. That's what I've already been doing. But we're going to get diamonds out of this. Then we're going to upgrade this furnace and get into diamond furnaces. There we go. One diamond furnace. And then we'll go and upgrade the other one downstairs once I've got more of you going. And that should be pretty fast now. Yeah, it's nice and fast. Obviously, lots of stacks of input ingredients and fuel, and lots of output stacks for us to actually use. So everything's very nice there. Let's take those 8 diamonds and go upgrade the one downstairs. Make sure when you actually do this, though, to take out the fuel, because if you break them with the fuel in, you'll lose the fuel. Don't ask me how I know that. It's just something I just know. Yes, just randomly know. That's it. There we go. So we're upgraded to diamond furnaces, and that should give us some more omnicoins back from up here. Sadly, there aren't any more furnaces beyond that point, but we are getting pretty far across these initial quests, the beginning quests, that is. So yeah, we should probably start thinking about getting towards that alloy smelter. So the alloy smelter will get us into steel and other stuff. There we go, basic alloy smelter. And thankfully, it's all the same components we've already been making. And of course, the work tables here will really help make this a lot easier. So we want LV machine hulls. So we want a machine casing, a machine hull. It's just going to need lots of wrought iron plate. So whoops, wrong thing. I'm going to put those in, and then I need to go and get more iron. So I'm going to need to go and find more and potentially get it doubled by our macerator. So everything in here for the alloy smelter is stuff we've already made. So I'll pop that in place, and we get the quest complete for it, which is good. Back to the beginning, and you're complete. Some more Omni coins, please. We're very happy, and that will take us to steel ingots. So the basic version that we're going to need for the alloy smelter. So steel ingots, of which there are lots of kinds. We want the one for the alloy smelter. Okay, so we can go through wrought iron and coal dust, which seems to be the only way of doing it. And coal dust we can go through a macerator if we want to, but it's quite slow. Although we will get more out than anything else. We can, however, just use a hammer for the time being. Not that we want to use that permanently, but that does let us get to steel. Okay, so we're going to need a little bit of wrought iron. And do I have any left? I'm out of fuel. I think I may have burned up the last of the fuel. Let me just nab some from upstairs. Or we can use a little bit of the coal. I don't want to use it all because I'm going to be needing it for steel, but it will just get us a little bit of power just to start off with. There we go. And there is our alloy smelter. That's ready to go. All right, so let's take a little bit more of the coal and we'll just basically smelt this up. We're going to get some wrought iron ingots. That's fine. I just need the hammer, and let's just move this coal into dust. Was it not the hammer? Coal dust? Coal dust. And there's far too much different kinds of coal dust. Coal dust, there we go. Hammer from centrifuge coal or just a mortar. Okay, I'm going to need to make a mortar, but that will be straightforward-ish. I just need a little bit of stone from upstairs. Did I put any in here? No, I was making glass. Let's get that in. So we just need 2 wrought iron ingots, 5 pieces of stone, and that will make ourselves a mortar that we can use. There we go. Let's put it in here for now. And we use the mortar on the coal dust. Then we'll combine the coal dust with some wrought iron ingots. It's 2-to-1 ratio, so if we want, say, 3 steel, that is, we're going to need 6 wrought iron. And there it goes. So this should make us the first piece of steel. And steel will then, well, unlock a whole bunch of other stuff that we can actually make, including that troublesome Yeta wrench that we have problems getting this particular quest down here. It needs steel of some kind, if I remember correctly. So let's get that Omnicoin. And then off the end of here is electrical steel. Yes, but we need a gear mold to be able to create the Yeta wrench. So gear mold, because we need an iron gear. And iron gear is actually really hard for no apparent reason. So small gear or gear. Let's take a look at the Yeta wrench and let's see which one it actually wants us to make. In fact, let's look at the quest. The quest will tell us which one it wants us to make. Mold gear. Okay. Small gear. Gear. So we need an empty shape plate and a hammer, and that will make ourselves a mold for a gear. The empty shape plate needs, quite surprisingly, just 4 steel plates, one more than I actually have, but we can make more. And a file and a hammer. So let's put these into our compressor. And let's get that second plate going. And are you just missing coal dust? Is it 1-to-1? I thought it was 2-to-1. If it's 1-to-1, that's even better. Steel ingots. Yep, so we've got 2 steel plates. I need 2 more. And then we would have to put them in a work table somewhere. I'm just going to put them down the end because this work table, I'm not quite sure what we're actually going to need in it just yet. We are going to need the files, however. Empty shape plate. We need a file and a hammer. The file is something we should probably put the recipe in, just like with everything else. So I think that is, yeah, annoying noise. File is just 2 plates of whatever and a stick. Okay, where am I put my sticks? You'll do. And 2 plates of whatever. In our case, we want wrought iron, so we'll put them in this. So there is the file recipe. And we'll take a file. And then we'll have this other recipe here for the plate. We just need a hammer right there. That should be the correct recipe. I don't know, unless it's the wrong way around. Are you the wrong way around? One there and a hammer. Yeah, that's the right recipe. So we just need 2 more plates, of which we should be able to get them quite easily from those. There we go. 1 empty shape even, and then we should just be able to combine that with a hammer to make a, no, that's a block. It probably is positional. Yeah, let's get that in the right position. Yep. We're going to be able to make a gear. You going to give us that quest? Yes, you are. Good. 25 Omnicoins for that. That's quite good. And that should then unlock the iron gear, I think. So iron gear. And the iron gear needs an alloy smelter and a mold gear and 8 iron ingots. Wow. Just to make 1 gear. Okay, 8. So let's take that out. 8 iron, a mold, and you're working. Hopefully that mold is retained. I hope that it's not going to be needed to keep crafting that all the time, but we'll see once it's complete. And indeed, we haven't cracked or destroyed the mold in any way, so we're able to get an iron gear out of that. And that means, with a briefest amount of crafting, we get a Yeta wrench, which should unlock this final quest. And that's probably taking us into Ender IO at that point. I'm really happy we're able to get to that point. We haven't got any of these over here, but yeah, we need to just get through the rest. I think we'll do those and finish up, well, the rest towards this electrical steel next episode. We've got steel done this episode. We've got a few more machines. The machines, I've not immediately thought of which ones we actually need next. I could do with a compact draw system. Fluid solidify might be useful, but nothing that's immediately leaping out. On that point, I'll leave it over to you. If you're playing along and you're playing in Omnifactory, which is a great pack so far, I'm really actually enjoying it. Lots of complexity more than anything else, because I don't generally play Gregtech all that much. Then let me know in the comments with advice for other people who want to jump ahead of where I am. Otherwise, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you've enjoyed it, there's our Wrenches Galore quest, and next episode we'll see where we get to. So, as always, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time for some more Omnifactory.